Old Jack always said that you couldn't just visit the forest, you had to listen to it. After many years of walking among the trees, he had learned its quiet language. He knew the difference between the wind that simply moved through the branches and the wind that carried a warning of changing weather. He knew the sound of morning fog slowly rising from the valley and the soft rustling of leaves when small creatures disappeared into the undergrowth. But most of all, he loved the mornings after a warm rain. That was when he took his old basket, called his dog Moss, and walked into the forest. "Well, my friend, shall we see what gifts the forest left for us today?" Jack whispered. Moss wagged his tail and ran ahead. The old dog knew these paths too. They had walked them together for many years. Sometimes Jack thought that if the trees could speak, they would tell stories about every journey they had taken. That morning, the forest felt different. Quiet, almost too quiet. Only drops of water fell from the leaves, and somewhere far away, a bird was singing. Jack walked slowly, leaning on his old wooden stick. His steps were not as quick as they once were, but his eyes were still the same. The careful eyes of a mushroom hunter who could spot a small white cap hidden among the grass from far away. Suddenly, Moss stopped. The dog was staring in one direction, moving his nose gently through the air. "What is it, boy?" Jack whispered. He walked closer and froze. Under an old spruce tree, surrounded by moss and ferns, stood a mushroom. But not just any mushroom. It was the biggest Porcini mushroom Jack had ever seen in his entire life. The cap was enormous, almost like a small forest umbrella growing straight from the ground. Jack slowly put down his basket. He couldn't believe his eyes. "Is this real?" he whispered. He remembered reading about giant Porcini mushrooms found by lucky mushroom hunters. Some had caps nearly 16 inches wide, true legends among people who loved the forest. But now, standing in front of him, was his own legend. He sat beside the mushroom and simply stared. He didn't pick it. He didn't touch it. He just admired it. Moss came closer. He carefully sniffed the mushroom, then gently licked the edge of the cap. Jack smiled. "You understand too, don't you?" he said to his old friend. "Today, we found something special." Moss sat beside him, watching quietly, as if he truly understood. Then suddenly, something jumped from the grass. Jack nearly jumped himself. "Oh!" Right beneath the mushroom sat a large frog. It looked at the old mushroom hunter as if this place belonged to him. Jack laughed. "Well, I guess we know who lives here." The frog slowly hopped back under the mushroom. "So this is your little home, huh?" Moss tilted his head, watching the new forest neighbor. Jack sat there for a long time. He had spent his whole life searching for moments like this. The perfect morning, the perfect find, the mushroom every hunter dreams of discovering. He could have taken out his knife. He could have cut it. He could have brought it home, taken pictures, told everyone, "Look what I found."
But for some reason, his hand would not move. Jack looked at the mushroom and thought about its short life. Only a few days ago, it had pushed its way through the earth. In just a little time, it had grown into something beautiful. It had felt the rain. It had seen the morning sun. It had become a small part of this great forest. And suddenly, Jack saw something familiar in it. Not the mushroom, himself. an old man who had also spent a lifetime growing, changing, and standing through many seasons. Once he was young and strong. Once he ran these trails without feeling tired. Once he could walk all day through the forest. Now he sat beside this mushroom and understood something simple. Everything living has its own time. The mushroom, the trees, the animals, people. This mushroom's days would soon come to an end. It would return to the earth and become part of something new. And one day, Jack would follow the same path. But maybe what remains after us is not what we take with us. Maybe it is the memories we leave behind. Quiet mornings, forest trails, and the love we shared with this beautiful world. Jack touched the ground beside the mushroom. You stay here, my friend. Moss looked at him. Some things are too beautiful to take away. Jack picked up his basket. That day, he returned home without the greatest mushroom he had ever found. But he carried something much bigger. Because sometimes the greatest treasure in the forest is not what you take with you. It is what you choose to leave behind. And somewhere beneath that old spruce tree, the giant Porcini mushroom remained, a small piece of the forest, living its precious few days.